Focus on growth, not excuses. Ladies and gentlemen, every great achievement begins with a decision to grow, to step forward, and to rise above the circumstances we face. The truth is, life presents each of us with challenges, but it also offers opportunities disguised as those very challenges. What separates those who thrive from those who remain stagnant is the choice to focus on growth, not excuses. Excuses are tempting. They're comforting because they allow us to justify why we aren't where we want to be. But every excuse we make becomes a chain that holds us back from the future we deserve. It's important to realize that we can either invest our energy in excuses or in progress, but never in both. True growth begins with personal accountability. It's about taking responsibility for our actions, our decisions, and ultimately our results. When we own our lives, we empower ourselves to create change. Ask yourself this: are you waiting for the perfect conditions, or are you making progress with what you have right now? Growth is not just about dreaming, it's about doing. It requires action, consistency, and a willingness to adapt. You don't need to have all the answers or the perfect plan. What you need is the courage to take the first step. Remember, no one ever reached the summit by standing at the base and talking about how steep the climb is. Challenges are a part of the journey. They're not there to stop us, but to strengthen us. Instead of seeing obstacles as reasons to quit, view them as opportunities to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. It's in the face of adversity that we discover our true capabilities. Commit to lifelong learning. Growth isn't a destination, it's a continuous process. Every day is a chance to learn something new, to refine your skills, and to improve your mindset. Excuses evaporate when you prioritize self-improvement, because growth fills the space where doubt and hesitation once lived. So, my friends, let today be the day you let go of excuses and embrace growth. Take ownership of your journey, face challenges head on, and commit to becoming the best version of yourself. Because the life you want isn't waiting on better circumstances, it's waiting on a better you. The power of personal accountability. Personal accountability is the cornerstone of growth and success. It is the conscious decision to take full responsibility for your actions, choices, and outcomes in life. While it may be easier to attribute setbacks to external factors like circumstances, people, or luck, true progress begins when you recognize that your destiny is shaped by your decisions. At its core, personal accountability is about empowerment. When you take responsibility for your life, you acknowledge that while you cannot control every situation, you can control your response to it. This mindset shifts the focus from blame to solutions. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you start asking, "What can I do about it?" This subtle but powerful change in perspective creates room for growth and allows you to move forward with clarity and determination. One of the barriers to personal accountability is the natural tendency to seek comfort over challenge. Blaming others or external conditions can provide temporary relief from feelings of failure or inadequacy. However, it also strips away your ability to change the outcome. By owning your mistakes and recognizing areas where you could have done better, you reclaim control over your life. This is not about self-criticism, but about constructive self-reflection. It's about learning from your experiences and applying those lessons to improve your future actions. Personal accountability also builds trust and integrity, both with yourself and with others. When you follow through on your commitments and own up to your decisions, people see you as dependable and credible. More importantly, you begin to trust yourself. This trust in your ability to take responsibility fosters confidence, which is essential for achieving long-term success. To embrace personal accountability, start by being honest with yourself. Acknowledge the areas where you've made excuses or avoided taking responsibility. Then set specific, actionable goals to address those areas. For example, if you've been procrastinating on a personal project, instead of blaming a lack of time, recognize how you've been allocating your time and make adjustments. Small changes, like setting priorities and eliminating distractions, can lead to significant results over time. Personal accountability is not about being perfect, it's about being proactive. It's about taking the initiative to create the life you want, even when the path forward seems uncertain. By holding yourself accountable, you cultivate resilience adaptability, and a sense of ownership over your growth. Personal accountability empowers you to break free from the limitations of blame and excuses. It allows you to take charge of your life, face challenges with confidence, and achieve the success you are capable of. Remember, the first step toward growth is realizing that the power to change lies within you. Excuses are the roadblocks to success. Excuses are often subtle, appearing as rational justifications for why we haven't achieved our goals. While they may provide temporary comfort, excuses are the invisible barriers that prevent us from reaching our full potential. They distract us from taking action, shift focus away from solutions, and erode the very foundation of progress. Recognizing the role excuses play in our lives is the first step toward overcoming them. Excuses often stem from fear of failure, fear of judgment, or fear of the unknown. These fears create mental barriers, convincing us that our limitations are permanent or that success is beyond our reach. For example, statements like, "I don't have enough time," or "I'm not talented enough," reflect self-imposed restrictions rather than objective truths. These excuses shield us from the discomfort of effort or risk, but they also rob us of the opportunity to grow. The deceptive nature of excuses lies in their believability. When we say, "I'll start tomorrow," or "this isn't the right time," it feels reasonable. But in reality, excuses only delay action and keep us stuck in a cycle of inaction. Successful people understand that the perfect conditions never arrive. Progress is made by starting where you are, with what you have, and adjusting along the way. Excuses also divert accountability. They encourage us to shift the blame onto external circumstances or other people, absolving ourselves of responsibility. While it may feel easier to say, "I didn't succeed because the odds were against me," this mindset ultimately disempowers us. Growth occurs when we reclaim responsibility, recognizing that while external factors may influence our journey, they do not determine our destination. The cost of excuses is significant. They sap our energy, diminish our confidence, and create patterns of mediocrity. Every excuse we make reinforces a mindset that limits our potential. Over time, this pattern becomes a habit, making it even harder to break free and take action. On the other hand, when we refuse to make excuses, we foster discipline, resilience, and the determination to succeed regardless of challenges. Overcoming excuses requires awareness and commitment. Begin by identifying the excuses you've been making. Are you avoiding a goal because it seems too daunting? Are you procrastinating because you fear you might not succeed? Once you've identified these patterns, challenge their validity. Ask yourself, is this really true, or is it just a story I've been telling myself to avoid discomfort? Often you'll find that the excuse holds less weight than you initially believed. Next, focus on creating solutions rather than dwelling on obstacles. If time is an issue, consider how you can better manage your schedule. If lack of resources is a concern, explore creative ways to leverage what you already have. By shifting your mindset from "I can't" to "how can I," you open the door to possibilities and growth. Cultivate a proactive attitude. Set clear goals, break them into manageable steps, and commit to consistent action. Understand that setbacks are part of the process and not reasons to quit. When you hold yourself accountable and refuse to entertain excuses, you develop a mindset of resilience and determination. Excuses may provide temporary comfort, but they come at the cost of long-term success. By recognizing their role as roadblocks and choosing to focus on solutions instead, you empower yourself to overcome challenges and achieve your goals. Remember, growth begins when excuses end. Growth requires action, not just intention. Growth is a journey that demands more than good intentions or lofty dreams. It requires deliberate and consistent action. While setting goals and envisioning success are vital first steps, they mean little without the effort and perseverance needed to bring them to life. Growth is not passive. It is an active, ongoing process of doing, learning, and adapting. The gap between intention and action. Many people have the best intentions. They dream of improving their lives, achieving success, or reaching a certain milestone. But far too often, these intentions remain unrealized because they are not backed by consistent action. The gap between intention and action is where many dreams falter. Why does this happen? It's easy to confuse planning or thinking about success with actual progress. Making plans can feel productive, but without execution, plans are just ideas on paper. Similarly, intentions provide motivation, but they don't create results. Growth occurs when you step out of your comfort zone and take tangible actions, even if those actions feel imperfect or incomplete at first. The importance of taking the first step. Action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It doesn't have to be monumental. Often, the first step is the hardest but most critical. When you take that initial action, you break inertia and set the wheels of progress in motion. Fear often stops people from taking this first step. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, or fear of not being good enough can paralyze even the most motivated individuals. However, growth happens when you confront these fears head-on and act despite them. Progress is rarely perfect. It's messy, full of mistakes, and involves learning along the way. But every step forward brings you closer to your goal, no matter how small. Consistency over perfection. One of the most common misconceptions about growth is the idea that you must wait for the perfect time or have all the resources before starting. This mindset leads to procrastination and stagnation. Growth thrives not on perfection but on consistency. Small, consistent efforts compound over time to create significant results. Consider the analogy of planting a tree. You don't see results overnight, but with daily care, watering, sunlight, and patience, the tree grows stronger and taller. The same principle applies to personal and professional growth. It's the daily habits, the small wins, and the incremental improvements that lead to meaningful change over time. The role of resilience and adaptability. Action also requires resilience and adaptability. Not every effort will lead to immediate success, and that's okay. Growth involves facing setbacks, learning from failures, and adjusting your approach. Each misstep teaches you something valuable about what works and what doesn't, refining your path toward success. Rather than viewing challenges as roadblocks, see them as opportunities to grow stronger and more resourceful. Resilience allows you to keep moving forward, while adaptability ensures you're willing to change course when necessary. These qualities are cultivated through action, not mere intention. Building momentum through action. One of the most powerful aspects of taking action is the momentum it creates. When you take even a small step toward your goal, it builds confidence and motivates you to keep going. Momentum turns effort into a habit and transforms discipline into a natural part of your routine. For example, if your goal is to improve your health, taking action might mean committing to a daily walk, drinking more water, or preparing nutritious meals. These small actions, repeated consistently, build a foundation for long-term growth and well-being. The ripple effect of action. Action not only impacts your immediate progress, but also influences those around you. When you take consistent action toward your goals, you inspire others to do the same. Your determination becomes a beacon of possibility, proving that growth is achievable for anyone willing to put in the effort. I'll tell you a great story. Taking action leads to unexpected opportunities. You might meet new people, discover resources, or uncover hidden talents along the way. These opportunities only arise when you're actively engaged in the process of growth. The tendency to gloss over the virtual digitization of life is based on a fable from Nimrod, overcoming common barriers to action. Several barriers can prevent people from taking action, including overwhelm. Break large goals into smaller, manageable steps. Focus on what you can do today, rather than the enormity of the entire journey. Fear of failure. Embrace failure as a learning opportunity. Every mistake brings you closer to understanding what works. Procrastination. Set clear deadlines and hold yourself accountable. Use tools like schedules or accountability partners to stay on track. Growth is a journey, not a destination. Remember that growth is an ongoing process. There is no finish line. Every step forward reveals new possibilities and areas for improvement. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and continue striving for the best version of yourself. Growth requires action, not just intention. It's about doing the work, embracing the journey, and committing to consistent effort, even when it feels challenging. So take that first step today and let your actions pave the way for the success you envision. Self-discipline as the foundation of growth. Self-discipline is the cornerstone of personal and professional growth. It is the ability to control your impulses, stay focused on your goals, and make decisions that align with your long-term vision rather than your short-term desires. While talent, intelligence, or luck may provide temporary advantages, self-discipline is the defining trait that ensures consistent progress and lasting success. Growth in its truest form requires the willingness to harness discipline every single day. Why self-discipline matters. At its essence, self-discipline is about mastering yourself. It's the inner strength to do what needs to be done, even when it's inconvenient, uncomfortable, or unenjoyable. Many people set goals but fail to achieve them because they rely solely on motivation, which is fleeting. Self-discipline, however, is a steady force. It empowers you to push forward when motivation fades and distractions arise. Self-discipline also provides structure and order in an unpredictable world. It keeps you aligned with your priorities, ensuring that you make intentional choices rather than reacting impulsively to circumstances. Whether it's maintaining a healthy lifestyle, pursuing career advancement, or building meaningful relationships, discipline is the invisible thread that holds your efforts together. The relationship between self-discipline and freedom. Paradoxically, self-discipline leads to greater freedom. While it may seem restrictive to set boundaries and enforce rules for yourself, these very practices free you from the chaos of indecision and the consequences of poor choices. When you exercise discipline, you're not controlled by fleeting emotions, bad habits, or external pressures. Instead, you take charge of your life, creating the space and opportunity to pursue what truly matters. For instance, financial discipline allows you to save and invest, giving you the freedom to make choices about your future. Health discipline keeps you strong and energetic, enabling you to enjoy life without the burden of preventable ailments. In every area of life, self-discipline fosters the freedom to live on your terms. The role of habits in cultivating self-discipline. Self-discipline is not an innate trait. It's a skill that can be developed through consistent effort and deliberate practice. The most effective way to cultivate discipline is by building positive habits. Habits automate discipline, reducing the need for constant willpower. Start with small, manageable actions. For example, if you're working on improving your fitness, commit to a 10-minute workout each day. Over time, as this habit becomes second nature, you can gradually increase the intensity or duration. The key is consistency. Showing up every day, no matter how small the step, reinforces your discipline and builds momentum. Creating a structured routine is another powerful tool for fostering self-discipline. When you establish a daily schedule, you eliminate the mental effort of deciding what to do next, reducing the risk of procrastination. Whether it's setting aside time for learning, exercising, or reflecting, routines create a framework that supports disciplined behavior. The challenge of overcoming temptations. One of the greatest obstacles to self-discipline is the allure of instant gratification. In today's world of constant distractions, social media, streaming services, and endless notifications, it's easy to get sidetracked. However, self-discipline requires the ability to delay gratification, choosing long-term rewards over immediate pleasure. Overcoming temptation starts with awareness. Recognize the triggers that lead you to stray from your goals and create strategies to minimize their impact. For instance, if you're trying to focus on work, limit distractions by turning off notifications or creating a dedicated workspace. Similarly, if unhealthy snacks tempt you, stock your environment with nutritious alternatives. Another effective approach is visualization. Remind yourself of the bigger picture and the outcomes you're striving for. When you focus on the long-term benefits of your efforts, the appeal of short-term distractions diminishes. Self-discipline in the face of challenges. Discipline truly reveals its power in times of adversity. When faced with setbacks, frustrations, or fatigue, it's easy to lose sight of your goals. However, these are the moments when self-discipline becomes your greatest ally. Resilience and perseverance are natural byproducts of discipline. When you consistently choose to act in alignment with your values and goals, you develop the mental toughness to navigate obstacles. Even when progress feels slow or uncertain, discipline keeps you grounded and focused on what you can control, your effort and attitude. A powerful strategy for maintaining discipline during tough times is to break tasks into smaller, manageable steps. Overwhelming challenges often lead to procrastination, but tackling them bit by bit makes them more approachable. Celebrate each small win, as it reinforces your commitment and builds confidence. Self-discipline as a continuous journey. It's important to remember that self-discipline is not about perfection. There will be days when you falter, give in to distractions, or miss a step. What matters is not avoiding failure entirely, but learning to recover quickly. Discipline is a continuous journey, one where progress is more important than perfection. When setbacks occur, resist the urge to dwell on them. Instead, analyze what went wrong, adjust your strategy, and recommit to your goals. Each time you rise after a slip, you strengthen your discipline and grow more resilient. The ripple effect of self-discipline. Self-discipline doesn't just transform your life. It influences those around you. When people see your dedication and consistency, it inspires them to pursue their own goals with similar resolve. Whether in the workplace, your community, or your family, disciplined behavior sets a positive example and fosters an environment of growth and accountability. The moment you establish a disciplined routine, everything in the workplace and the environment will begin to flourish. The benefits of self-discipline extend beyond achieving specific goals. It enhances your self-esteem, as every disciplined choice reinforces your belief in your ability to follow through. It also reduces stress and anxiety, as disciplined individuals are more likely to stay organized and prepared, avoiding the chaos of last-minute efforts. You can reduce the temptation to repeat your old. Self-discipline is the foundation upon which growth is built. It empowers you to take control of your life, overcome obstacles, and achieve lasting success. By cultivating habits, resisting temptations, and staying committed to your goals, you can harness the power of discipline to create the life you envision. Remember, growth is not about grand gestures or sudden transformations. It's about the small, consistent actions you take every day. Self-discipline is the driving force that ensures those actions align with your highest aspirations. With discipline as your guide, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Surrounding yourself with growth-oriented individuals. The people we surround ourselves with have a profound impact on our mindset, habits, and ultimately our success. They influence our beliefs, our standards, and the way we approach challenges. If you're serious about personal growth, it's essential to surround yourself with individuals who inspire, challenge, and encourage you to reach your full potential. The environment you cultivate can either propel you toward your goals or hold you back from achieving them. The influence of your inner circle. The phrase, "you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with," underscores the importance of your inner circle. Whether we realize it or not, the people we interact with regularly shape our attitudes, behaviors, and expectations. Their perspectives and actions subtly mold our own, for better or worse. If your inner circle consists of individuals who are pessimistic, complacent, or resistant to change, their outlook can dampen your ambition. Conversely, spending time with growth-oriented individuals, those who strive to learn, innovate, and improve, fosters an environment of progress and possibility. Their drive and determination can ignite your own, inspiring you to push beyond your comfort zone. Identifying growth-oriented individuals. Growth-oriented individuals are not defined by their achievements alone, but by their mindset. These are people who embrace challenges, seek opportunities to learn, and remain optimistic even in the face of setbacks. They value hard work, resilience, and self-improvement. They transform the situations they find themselves in into the situations they need to overcome. Look for people who exhibit the following traits. Positive attitudes. They focus on solutions rather than problems and inspire others with their optimism. Resilience. They face obstacles with determination and view failures as learning opportunities. Accountability. They take responsibility for their actions and encourage others to do the same. Supportiveness. They genuinely celebrate your successes and offer constructive feedback when needed. Ambition. They set meaningful goals and are proactive in pursuing them. Long-term benefits of a growth-oriented network. The impact of a growth-oriented network extends far beyond immediate achievements. Over time, these relationships shape your mindset, broaden your perspective, and reinforce your commitment to personal development. By surrounding yourself with people who challenge and inspire you, you're more likely to set higher goals. Exposure to ambitious individuals raises your own standards and aspirations. Adopt resilient habits. Witnessing others overcome challenges strengthens your belief in your own abilities. Maintain consistency. A supportive network helps you stay motivated and focused, even during tough times. Expand opportunities. Connections with like-minded individuals often lead to new opportunities and collaboration. Surrounding yourself with growth-oriented individuals is one of the most impactful decisions you can make for your personal and professional development. The right environment fosters inspiration, accountability, and collective progress, propelling you toward your goals. Include your team in reminding them who you are and why they're working for you. Instruct. By intentionally curating your inner circle, contributing to mutual growth, and balancing relationships with self-reliance, you create a foundation for long-term success. Remember, growth is not a solo journey. It's a shared experience that thrives in the presence of like-minded individuals. Choose your company wisely and watch as your potential unfolds.